be the year that everything changes for you, but only if you let it. Here are 3 lessons you should take to step into the best year. The sooner you realize that discipline is the only thing that will save you, your life will change. Maybe I'm being a bit dramatic, but honestly, motivation is fleeting because it's an emotion. The sooner you can push through that tiredness, that frustration, it'll be the faster that you can really work towards what you're trying to get to. In life, it's easy to get caught up in what you see on social media and how you feel day to day, because let's be honest, we're all working so hard. We're all just trying to get to the next year, get to the next day. But honestly, how many times have you put something off because you were just too sleepy? Or how many times did you put something off because you were just not motivated? This really dawned on me the other day that we will put more time into a company that really doesn't care too much about us. For example, last weekend, I had to work some extra shifts because people were on vacation, which is fair. Everybody needs their time. But I find that I was so quick to get up and get ready to go to that job versus me getting up and get ready to film this video. If it came to me doing this video, I would put it off, I would slack because I was just too tired from the week. But honestly, I'm doing myself a disservice, and you are too, if you're continuing to put those other jobs and those other companies over you and what you actually want to work forward to. Your fear of being perceived is limiting your life. Now, for the longest, I have always felt this way as well. I think that I have been able to get to a spot where I have outgrown my shame or my fear of being online, and I think that takes time for everyone. But honestly, it is true what they say. People are going to talk about it for a second and then they're going to move on. Quite frankly, nobody cares what you're doing, and you shouldn't let the thought of someone else even get in your mind to stop you from actually doing something that you want to do. Imagine how that sounds. You didn't take a video, or you didn't apply to that job, or you didn't move to that city because you're afraid what Sally's gonna say down the street. In reality, you probably don't even interact with Sally that often, and I kid you not, the interaction is probably going to be, wow, did you see what Mariah's doing? Oh yeah, I saw that. And then they're going to move on. So your fear of being perceived is continuing to limit you and what you want to do, and that will be one thing that will continue to stop you. It's easier said than done to get to a point to where you don't care what people say, and that doesn't have to be in a disrespectful way, because you can move in a sense of doing things for yourself without it being disrespectful, of course. I think at the end of the day, it is about staying true to yourself, aligning with your wants and needs, and aligning with the future that you think that you can have. I just can't imagine how life would be if we continued living limited lives just because we are afraid of being perceived, afraid of a comment that will only last for probably half a second and then go away, and no one is really probably ever going to think about it again. You know, my mom always told me people are going to talk about you whether it's good or bad, so you might as well give them a reason to talk. Honestly, it's honestly never as bad as you think it's going to be. I remember starting in my career and I would get so nervous to do the slightest things. And then after that small thing happened, I'm like, oh, it's honestly not as bad. We psych ourselves out so much in our head, and we kind of play ourselves to a certain extent because we're thinking in our head that, oh, we can't do this. Why would I do this? But in all reality, you can do whatever you think that you can do. And that is why you need to have positive self-talk. Recently, I've been trying to implement that and include that in my day-to-day, and honestly, I could say that it has changed the way I feel, changed the way I look at things, and really just speaking life over your own life and your friend's life and your family's life and well-being is something that will really change the world around you. Life is not something where you're going to wake up and it's going to be this brand new thing. But if you are slowly working at something, even if it is something as small as positive self-talk, that is going to be something that will slowly change your life. And you can see it even in a month. You are a reflection of what your energy is and what your life is around you. So that is why you have to continue to surround yourself with positive things and positive people in your life. If you made it this far, my name is Mariah, and I do have a blog channel as well if you're interested in that. It'll be linked here and in the description. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a like and a comment, and I'll see you next week for my next video.